In a move that caught many Canadians by surprise, Prime Minister Justin Trudeau recently unveiled plans to dramatically bolster old age security OAS payments for seniors aged 60 and over. The proposed changes could see monthly OAS payments more than double for millions of retirees, a substantial financial boost with far-reaching implications. The announcement was made during a press conference in Ottawa, where Trudeau characterized the move as a necessary step to support Canada's aging population and address the ever-increasing cost of living. Too many of our seniors are struggling to make ends meet on their fixed incomes, Trudeau stated. My government has heard their concerns loud and clear. Today, we're taking historic action to ease that financial burden and ensure our elders can retire with the dignity and security they deserve. So what exactly is on the table? Under Trudeau's proposed changes, the basic OAS pension payment currently received by seniors aged 65 and up would be doubled for those aged 60 to 64 as well. Instead of the standard $642.25 per month, eligible recipients in this younger bracket would receive a staggering $1,284.50 monthly payout moving forward. But the increases don't stop there. The plan also calls for doubling the OAS pension recovery tax, which reduces payouts for higher-income seniors through a clawback provision. Currently, that recovery tax kicks in at a net income level above $79,054, but under the new rules, it would affect seniors with a net income over $158,108. Put into real dollars, this means a senior aged 60 to 64 earning $70,000 annually could receive an extra $2,780 per month, or $33,360 per year in additional OAS income. A senior couple earning $120,000 combined could pocket over $5,500 more monthly. The government estimates the total annual cost of the doubled OAS payouts at $32 billion based on the current eligible recipient pool. However, that figure could rise significantly as more Canadians become eligible over time. In explaining the rationale behind focusing the OAS increase on those aged 60 to 64, Trudeau cited several factors. First and foremost are the financial pressures facing this younger segment of retirees who may have been forced to stop working early due to illness, job loss, caregiver duties, or other circumstances. For many younger retirees, their savings and private pension income simply haven't had enough time to accumulate and grow, Finance Minister Chrystia Freeland elaborated. Meanwhile, their government benefits through OAS and CPP are reduced compared to what they'd received just 5 years later. By boosting the OAS payment rates for this group first, we can target those most at risk of running short on retirement income. The government also pointed to longer life expectancies and the rising cost of healthcare as reasons why ensuring adequate financial resources for the 60 to 64 age bracket is so crucial. With people living longer than ever before, those extra retirement years can put an incredible financial strain on seniors and their families, said Trudeau. By reinforcing their income stream earlier, our hope is that more Canadians can avoid slipping into poverty and better afford the care and cost of living they require as they age. A potential lifeline or unsustainable pipe dream? Naturally, news of the proposed double OAS payments sparked a tidal wave of reaction from Canadian seniors, financial experts, and interested parties across the spectrum. Opinions remain sharply divided on whether the plan is a much-needed lifeline or an unsustainable populist pipe dream. For many low-income and struggling retirees, it was seen as a lifeboat arriving just in time. Advocacy groups like the Canadian Association for Retired Persons, CARP, wholeheartedly cheered the proposal as a long-overdue course correction. This is a game-changer for financially vulnerable seniors who paid into the system their whole working lives, said Moses Aquat, a spokesperson for CARP. For too long, our government has failed to adequately support their retirement needs and keep up with the ballooning costs of food, housing, medicine, and other necessities of life. Marina Lopez, 63, knows that reality all too well as someone who lost much of her retirement savings after a divorce and having to leave her job to care for an ailing family member. I've been barely scraping by on my small pension and the little CPP and OAS I currently get, she says through tears. This OAS increase would finally allow me to actually live, instead of just surviving day to day. I could pay off some lingering debt, stop struggling with rising grocery bills, and have real peace of mind about my future for once. It seems too good to be true, but I'm praying it happens. However, the double OAS plan also drew intense criticism and skepticism from other quarters. Financial analysts, economists, and conservative commentators were quick to denounce it as fiscally irresponsible and misleading. This reeks of a desperate, short-sighted ploy to buy votes without any consideration for the staggering costs and tax implications down the line, said Franco Terrazzano, director of the Canadian Taxpayers Federation Advocacy Group. Valuing the OAS payment rates is tantamount to giving today's younger generations an insolvency time bomb to defuse decades from now. Terrazzano and others argue the proposal would put unsustainable pressure on future governments to raise taxes even higher or gut other social services to keep up with the projected $32 billion plus price tag. With the Canadian population aging rapidly and life expectancy increasing, the annual cost could skyrocket to $50 billion or beyond within 20 years. Michael Walker, an economist formerly with the Fraser Institute think tank, believes the plan requires a major rethink before being implemented. While I agree younger retirees face unique financial challenges, blindly throwing money at the problem is irresponsible fiscal policy. Walker stated, "This proposal needs to be much better focused and means-tested, with tighter income thresholds for qualification. Otherwise, the added benefits will disproportionately line the pockets of wealthier, healthy retirees who don't truly need it." Investment advisor and retirement planner Nicole Bennett has similar misgivings. She worries about the potential for moral hazard, where doubled OAS payments encourage or enable Canadians to save even less for retirement under the assumption the government will cover their income needs. For Gen Xers and millennials, this move essentially says, "Don't worry about building your retirement nest egg. We got you covered." Bennett explains, that could prove disastrous in incentivizing younger generations not to take retirement planning seriously, leaving them woefully underprepared on multiple fronts. Beyond the polarized debate, the Trudeau government's proposal also faces several key logistical and administrative challenges in its implementation. Observers have raised numerous unanswered questions and potential pitfalls that would need addressing. Timing and phase-in. No clear timeline has been given for when the double OAS payments would actually take effect if approved. Some suggest it could take 1 to 2 years or more to update systems and iron out the new payout framework. Additionally, questions remain over whether it would be gradually phased in each year or applied retroactively. Income verification and payment recalculations. With net income the prime determinant of benefit rates, there are concerns about the OAS system's ability to accurately track, verify eligibility, and issue payments in a timely manner, especially with dramatically higher income thresholds. The prospect of rampant recalculation errors and payment delays seems likely without a system overhaul. CPP pension impacts. The interaction between doubled OAS payments and the Canada Pension Plan (CPP) remains ambiguous. Would CPP payouts potentially decrease as OAS income rises? How would it impact calculations like CPP sharing between divorced spouses? These are key considerations that remain unaddressed so far. Marital status issues. Likewise, the OAS system's treatment of marital status could get extremely complicated. How would payments differ for singles versus couples? For those separated, divorced, or widowed? Clear guidance is needed on so many special circumstances. Tax implications. Perhaps most critically, it's uncertain how the new higher OAS payouts would be taxed or impact federal/provincial income taxes for recipients. For example, could doubling the current OAS recovery tax exemption to over $158,000 remove any tax benefits in practice? Independent analysis would be required. Application and document requirements. The current OAS application and renewal process already poses bureaucratic headaches for many seniors. Critics argue the more complex system required to handle double payouts could make it even harder for already overwhelmed retirees. In addition to the administrative hurdles, there's also the tricky matter of unintended consequences that could arise from such a sweeping change to OAS payments. Policy experts caution that doubling income flows for millions of seniors would likely create ripple effects across other areas of retirement planning and government programs. Impact on retirement income drawdown strategies. Financial planners typically map out retirement income sources and drawdown strategies for their clients years in advance. Unexpectedly doubling the OAS payments could force a rethinking of those strategies midstream. It may prompt some retirees to adjust other income sources or risk depleting investment accounts (RRSP) too quickly. Changes to eligibility for income-tested benefits. For many Canadian seniors, the amount of income they receive directly impacts their ability to qualify for federal/provincial housing allowances, prescription drug coverage, home care subsidies, guaranteed income supplement, GIS payments and other means-tested benefits. A sudden increase in OAS payouts could potentially cause thousands to become ineligible for these supplementary programs. Long-term care planning disruptions. Those requiring assisted living or nursing home care have done their due diligence in projecting costs based on expected income streams. An OAS pay boost could either help some families afford long-term care more easily or make higher-income individuals ineligible for certain subsidies and supports. Effects on estate planning and asset transfers. Retirees with comprehensive estate plans mapped out may need to revisit distribution strategies and beneficiary assignments based on newly adjusted income levels and tax exposures. There are also implications for asset transfers designed to reduce taxes. Overall, the supplemental income could very well be a net positive for many seniors. However, experts advise reviewing all potential areas of impact with financial advisors, tax professionals, and residential care facilities before any changes take effect. Potential OAS expansion plans, just the first domino? While centered on doubling the OAS pension for those 60 to 64, some believe this proposal could be just the opening salvo in a broader expansion of Canada's public retirement income system, an old age security program in the years ahead. The OAS program currently pays out around $59 billion annually to 6.6 million Canadian seniors across the main OAS pension, guaranteed income supplement, GIS, and allowance benefits. Supporting that system long-term as the population ages has been an ongoing challenge, with planned future increases to eligibility ages already in the works as one cost-saving measure.